going on, YouTube? It's that guy right here coming at you with my mock draft 2.0. Draft coming up in a few weeks. Might drop one more mock draft before then, because some stuff might happen, some rumors, some trades, whatever the case may be. But if you want to be updated with my content, want to check out other content, click on my channel down below, hit subscribe, and if you enjoy this video, hit that thumbs up button. I also stream every single night, so if you would like to watch those, link will also be in the description. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this mock draft. So number one really doesn't need much discussion. Caleb. It's been that for a long time already. I think before they traded Justin Fields. But they get their franchise quarterback. Did a good job surrounding him with talent. And he will probably be a very successful NFL quarterback because of that. At number two, you got the Commanders picking. I'm going to stick with my pick last time. Jayden Daniels just seems like a good fit with Cliff Kingsbury. Wow, I'm having a lot of tongue ties today. With Cliff Kingsbury, seems like Jayden Daniels would be a good fit with him, and that's why I think they're going to pick him, take their guy, mobile quarterback, pretty accurate. Why not go for it? At number three, I don't want to hear any of the Patriots aren't good enough to draft a quarterback. When you have the chance to draft a guy, you take him. And they take Drake May here. Had a little bit of a bumpy season this year, but still prospects to be elite on the next level. I don't know why I said it like that, but elite. He's an elite prospect and has great arm, really good in the play action RPO, in the system type of game, but is athletic enough to make plays off script. But New England, hopefully for them, gets their guy quickly and is able to turn around ship really quick with Gerard Mayo. At number four, you got the Cardinals. As of my recording, April 9th, there's speculation that they want 3 first-round picks for this pick. And you know what? I think they're going to get it. So I'm going to go ahead and make that trade happen real quick. Again, I'm going to have Minnesota trading up. It just makes the most sense. This definitely is not going to be the compensation. This database I'm using, it just says that this is too much for the 4th pick, which we all know that that's not even enough. But just to have what's for sure going to be in the trade, it's going to be 11 and 23. For number 4, for sure. There's going to be other picks involved in that. But I had to throw in the 3rd just to make this trade go through. But Minnesota is trading up right now. And they're going to take their guy, J.J. McCarthy. No one understands why he's going to be a top 5 pick. He's a very good prospect. He's fast. He has really good arm. He's a winner. Just things that NFL teams like. And, Minnesota's a good situation for him with Kevin O'Connell, Justin Jefferson, a great O-line. Well, great, I don't know. Good O-line, for sure. Jordan Addison as well. TJ Hawkinson, when he comes back from injury, he's set up for success. So don't sleep on J.J. McCarthy to the Vikings. But that leaves the Chargers at number 5. Definitely happy with what they end up with here. They end up with a generational receiving prospect in Marvin Harrison Jr. They need it desperately. Quentin Johnston is their number 1 receiver right now. They get their guy to help Herbert out for years to come in Marvin Harrison Jr. At number 6, you got the Giants. It's either going to be Neighbors or Odunze. There's a little bit of speculation that Neighbors is a diva. I don't know. I still think the Giants are going to take him. It makes sense. Even though Rome Odunze is a very elite prospect, right? Malik Neighbors is arguably the best receiver overall in this draft. So the Giants are going to take their receiver there, try to help out Daniel Jones, I guess, and see where it goes from there, right? But they do have a really good selection here. Another LSU receiver, Odell Beckham, formerly in 2014, joins the New York Giants. At number 7, you have the Tennessee Titans. I feel like this is just a lock pick. Joe Alt. They need a tackle. They get their tackle. Pretty simple. At number 8, you have the Atlanta Falcons picking here. And honestly, do they stick and pick? Do they trade down? This is where I kind of start to maybe potentially think of another trade. I'm seeing a lot of hype for Laiatu Latu lately. Passing all his medicals. He's considered the most complete edge rusher in the draft, right? And with a defensive head coach, I'm going to have them just stick here. And they're going to take Dallas Turner. Still take Dallas Turner here. I know I had that pick in my last video. Dallas Turner, best probably projected edge rusher in this draft. Not coming out of college, I'd say that's Laiatu Latu, but they go ahead and help out that defense and, you know, just help Kirk Cousins get past the first round. That leads us to number 9, the Bears. This might be a trade spot for a team that wants Brock Bowers, right? Because the Jets are there lurking. The Jets could also take Rome Odunze. What exactly do the Bears need here? I mean, they could take another receiver because Keenan Allen, aging, always injured. I mean, DJ Moore obviously is really good. They don't need tight end themselves. I mean, could they take an interior defensive lineman? Could they take an edge rusher? In this mock draft, I'm going to have them trade down with the Cardinals. So I'm going to set that up right now. Cardinals are going to trade up. So whatever the pick would be, the Bears are just trading down 2 spots. I feel like it makes sense, right? I'm just going to make this trade go through. And it does. Whatever the compensation, might be a pick swap, whatever it is. But again, we're only doing the first round here. So just going to make that trade go through. And we got the Cardinals taking Rome Odunze. Definitely thrilled. Give Kyler Murray a top receiver and still have 2 more first-round picks in this very stacked, talented draft class. Cardinals off to an amazing start. And you got the Jets at number 10. Even though they kind of could use Brock Bowers, you know, a weapon to make their offense even more dynamic than it is, I'm going to just have them take O-line. I mean, I'm going to have them take Fuanga, right? They definitely need to have a future offensive lineman. Tyron Smith is injury prone as a coming from a Cowboy fan. Kind of sucks, but this gives you that insurance policy that you need if you're the Jets to protect Aaron Rodgers and to help that offense flow, because Aaron Rodgers can make receivers out of nobody. We've seen it before, and he does not have nobody, so let's just say that. But the Bears back here at 11. Definitely could go edge here. D-line in general, right? Could be their pick here. I mean, of who's available, maybe they just take Laiatu Latu? Let's do that. Laiatu Latu to the Bears. Jumps up in this draft, in this mock draft. Just a very talented player and gives the Bears the edge help that they need. And if he could stay healthy, I think he'll be extremely productive. At number 12, you have the Denver Broncos picking. And to me, this is a stick and pick for them. Would I do it? No. But it makes sense. Sean Payton type quarterback, like I said last time. Bo Nix. I'm staying consistent with that pick. Bo Nix is definitely going to help the Broncos start their rebuild, I guess. They're not going in with Jarrett Stidham. I highly doubt that. But they get their potential franchise guy at 12. A bit of a reach, but you got to reach for your quarterback in a draft in general before someone else snags him up. Again, like I just said, he fits Sean Payton's system really well. He improved drastically throughout his college career, and it's going to be interesting to see how he plays in the NFL. Now we got the Raiders picking. And I'm thinking, you know, maybe this is a trade-up spot for Brock Bowers. I mean, how much lower are you going to let this guy fall? What teams would be interested in securing a weapon? I mean, I saw the Colts are interested in him. Maybe the Bengals if they lose Tia Higgins. But I think I have a pretty fun scenario here, so I'm going to get that started. So I'm going to have the Dolphins trading up. Dolphins trading up from 21 to get number 13, and whatever else that might be. Again, I'm not going to do exact compensation. It probably will be like a second next year, or maybe their second this year. I have no idea what it's going to be. But the trade goes through. Miami Dolphins are now picking at number 13. And they're going to go ahead and take Brock Bowers. Just another explosive talent to add into that explosive Miami Dolphins offense. And I think this fit is amazing. I mean, just imagine them having a tight end that could block, play outside. Just absolutely great pick, and it would be really fun to see. At number 14, you have the New Orleans Saints picking. And this is a team that could use a lot of help everywhere. But I'm going to have them go... Let's go Jared Verse. I mean, they definitely need help on the edge. Cam Jordan's aging, and this gives them, I guess you could call the insurance policy they need. I mean, always could put him on the other side of Cam Jordan. And just gives them a really elite prospect to hopefully build their future defensive line around. Now, number 15, you got the Colts. I mean, this is a team that could go various directions. This is a team that, honestly, after seeing Brock Bowers get taken, could trade down, right? I mean, they could trade down here. But I have them stick and pick who a lot of people think is the best corner in the draft. I have them take Quinyon Mitchell. They definitely need corner. Quinyon Mitchell seals that for them in the first round. At number 16, yeah, the Seahawks picking. And, I mean, you got Olu Fashanu dropping right here. And why not take him? Why not take him? Just continue to beef up that O-line. And, I mean, this guy could have been a top 10 pick. It's just so much talent that, a lot of these guys start to fall, and they get a really solid O-lineman here. At number 17, you got Jacksonville picking. They also need a corner, really desperately. I have them take Terrion Arnold, a guy who burst onto the scene this year. Definitely showed a lot of great coverage skills throughout the year as he was getting targeted plenty, because Kool-Aid being on the other side didn't really get targeted as much. But Jacksonville fills their hole at corner with Terrion Arnold. Cincinnati picking at 18. And I feel like this is another fun, interesting pick, but I might have them. I don't think he's going to fall this low in the real draft, but Brian Thomas Jr., another LSU receiver to go into the LSU brigade, or whatever you want to call it. I mean, they already have Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. Why not add Brian Thomas Jr., potentially losing T. Higgins this offseason? And, just a really solid receiver, led the NCAA in touchdowns. He's big, fast, explosive, and will add another dynamic to that Bengals offense. At number 19, you got the Rams picking. I'm just going to have them take Byron Murphy, replace Aaron Donald here. I mean, not that he is replaceable, but start beefing up that D-line again. Aaron Donald was the identity of that defense, of that team, honestly. And Byron Murphy looks like he has some big shoes to fill. At number 20 here, the Pittsburgh Steelers. They definitely could use a couple things, right? But I always feel like O-line is very important, and I'm just going to have them take Amarius Mims. I mean, this guy projects really well, size, weight, overall athleticism, was a good blocker in college when he played. I think he only played 6 games, but he showed a lot of talent, and, he has a lot of potential. Probably just because of his frame, has the potential to be the best tackle in the draft, but ends up falling due to lack of film and game experience. But let's see if Pittsburgh could develop him and just help their run game and help Russell Wilson and Justin Fields or whoever they decide to start over there. And now the Raiders finally pick at 21. And, I mean, here, they also have a plethora of options. I mean, do they go with Aiden O'Connell to start off the season? I mean, you have Michael Penix right here. They do also really need O-line really bad. I'm going to have them take J.C. Latham. Probably a guy that they would have taken, right, at 13, I believe. just a really, really, really good offensive tackle prospect that maybe the Raiders could develop. They haven't had any luck developing anybody lately, but if they can develop him, they'll have a really solid tackle to build their offensive line around. At number 22, really, really, really desperate cornerback team, right? I'm going to have them taking Nate Wiggins here. CB1 potential for them and fills that glaring gap with all their Asian corners. Philly is thrilled to have Nate Wiggins here, I assume. 23 have the Cardinals picking again. Probably would have been happy to get Nate Wiggins, right? They also could go a variety of places. They did get their receiver. Traded back up to get him. But I'm going to have them taking Chop Robinson. Just a twitchy, explosive edge rusher. They're definitely need edge. And taking a guy like Chop Robinson, or Darius in this case, is definitely a good piece to start that rebuild around. And if he develops the way that he projects to, he could easily be a double-digit sack player in the next level. And that leaves Dallas picking here at 24. They definitely need O-line, right? I mean, they could use tackle. They could use interior offensive lineman. I'm going to have them taking Jackson Powers-Johnson here. Probably going to play center for them, and was a really good college player. Was a part of the reason as to Bucky Irving's college success. And the Cowboys get their Tyler Biotish replacement in Jackson Powers-Johnson here at number 24. 25, you have the Packers. I just always feel like this is fun. Back-to-back Iowa players, Lucas Van Ness and now Cooper DeJean, who tested freakishly yesterday. Right? Yesterday it was April 8th, yeah. Yesterday he tested in, I mean, phenomenal. I think he ran like a 4.4, had like a 10-something broad jump, 30-something inch vertical. I mean, he's a very athletic player, and he gives the Packers what they need. He could play corner, he could play nickel, he could play safety, a lot of flexibility, and that's what a young Packers team needs, is someone that could do it all. And Cooper DeJean could be the captain of that defense. At 26, you got the Bucks, and this is another team that really, really desperately needs cornerback, and I'm sure they're not happy that they missed out on Cooper DeJean here. So what do, right? I'm just gonna have them go ahead. They do need corner, but they're going to probably hope for the second round. Maybe trade up in the second round here in this scenario. I'm having them take Troy Fautanu. Gives them a lot of offensive line flexibility. He could play tackle, could play guard. But Tampa Bay definitely needs that guy that could, play anywhere in case they have injuries or whatever on the offensive line. So Troy Fautanu definitely can do that for them. They have the Cardinals picking again. I'm going to have them go ahead and take Kool-Aid McKinstry. He's fallen down a lot throughout the year, but Cardinals could use a corner, and they get their corner in Kool-Aid McKinstry. At 28, I feel like this is a very obvious receiver pick. In the real draft, they probably will trade up. In this scenario, they don't, and they just end up getting lucky and getting Adonai Mitchell out of Texas. I mean, they could have gone a plethora of guys here. I just happen to think Adonai Mitchell would fit Buffalo a little bit better. I mean, bigger guy, pretty fast. They just really need receiver really bad. I mean, any of these guys beats who they have right now. So, but that's not to talk down on Adonai Mitchell. He's a great prospect and ends up on a pretty good team with a pretty good quarterback. Now you got the Lions picking at 29. I mean, they could really go a lot of places here themselves. I mean, is there any body worth taking for them? I have them taking Ennis Rakestraw. They could use a corner. Ennis Rakestraw definitely projects pretty well on the next level, and they go ahead and fill that need. At number 30, you have the Ravens. I'm going to have them just take Tyler Guyton. They lost Morgan Moses. They need to fill that right tackle spot. They get Tyler Guyton, fill that spot. Now you got the 49ers picking, and I'm going to have this as a trade out spot. Let's see what that ends up being. All right, for some reason, it's not going to let me do a trade. I don't know why, but right here, imagine this is the Raiders. The Raiders trade up, take Michael Penix Jr. They definitely need a quarterback, desperately need a quarterback. I don't think they're going to start Aiden O'Connell. They get their guy, Michael Penix Jr., elite prospect. Ends up going at the end of the first round here. 6 first-round quarterbacks in this draft. And that leaves the Chiefs here. And I have them going receiver. Let's give them Xavier Worthy. Pretty speedy guy, right? And probably the next Tyreek Hill, right? Just fills a hole that they need. Elite speed, and is definitely going to replace Kadarius Toney, I'll tell you that. But that about does it. If you enjoyed, give it a thumbs up. So hit that subscribe button. It's free. Don't forget to follow my Twitch down below in the description, and have a great rest of your day.